Meeting called to order. This is a meeting of the Tinton Falls Borough Council being held February 21st, 2023. This meeting is hereby called to order. Will the clerk please read the open public meeting statement?
Pursuant to Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board at Borough Hall and by notification to the Asbury Park Press, the Newark Star Ledger, and the New Coaster at least 48 hours prior to the meeting and filing with the Borough Clerk, all on December 20th, 2022.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Buckley? Here. Mrs. Clay? Absent. Dr. Dobrin?
Here.
Mr. Nessie?
Here.
Mr. Manginelli?
Here. Please rise, salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes. There's one set of meeting minutes for approval. May I have a motion to approve the January 17, 2023 regular meeting minutes?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. Move on to reports from the Borough Engineer, Mr. Neff.
I just wanted to mention one thing, because I've gotten a couple calls and questions on it from different people. The Lennar development across the street, if you've noticed, Sitar has a sign out front now. I don't believe Sitar has taken over development of it. I think he's just acting as a realtor for it. But there has been no set schedule, set plans for that construction for the commercial aspect just yet. For those who weren't aware, weren't around back then, Lennar did get preliminary approval from the planning board for the commercial development. So they submitted their full plans, their grading, their drainage, their lighting, the layout of everything. It was a bank, a pharmacy, a coffee shop, retail sections, and a daycare. So they got preliminary approval for that, not final, because they thought something might tweak a little bit. Maybe the bank isn't relevant anymore. So before anything does happen there, they would come back to the planning board for final approval. So you're not going to see any construction just yet. So we've gotten some calls on that, just so everyone's aware. They will be back before the board for final approval. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Neff. Mr. Fallon?
Yeah, good evening, Council President. I have no report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor?
I just want to say I'm saddened by the report that Lisa Clay's father passed away, and I pray for the family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Starkey?
I have no report tonight. Thank you.
Ms. Hutchinson?
I have no report this evening, thank you.
And a quick meeting tonight, huh? Okay. Council reports. Ms. Buckley?
I'd also like to extend my condolences to Councilwoman Clay and her family, and just report that the Environmental Commission meeting is this coming Thursday in 2 days, and we'll primarily be discussing planning for if we want to do a green fair and timing. I know DPW has been working on that already, and the green team members of the Environmental Commission have submitted the first round for Sustainable Jersey certification, and we'll hear back as to where we stand with that sometime in April. So that's all for my report.
Thank you, Ms. Buckley. Dr. Durbin?
Yes, my condolences to Lisa Clay and her family as well on the passing of her dad. And I have nothing really to report tonight. And that's about it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Nessie?
I have nothing to report this evening except for planning board meeting, which was supposed to be held tomorrow evening, has been postponed to a further date. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no report for tonight. There are no ordinances for introduction or final consideration this evening. May I have a motion to open for public discussion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This is the time public may comment on any topic of their choice. Please state your name and address for the record, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. At this time, I would ask the clerk if there are any public comments which were submitted prior to the meeting via email.
There were none.
Oh, okay. Hearing no further comments, may I have a motion to close the public discussion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Buzzing right through this. Wow. Does council have anything to add? Now we move on to consent agenda. Before we do, are there any items any member of the council would like removed to be voted upon separately?
Nope.
Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. Well, okay.
I don't think so.
This concludes today's business. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is now adjourned.